Hi, Jean in upstate New York. I'm going to show you how this whole thing works with regard to using your Silhouette Studio software and printing and text. For purposes of this little video, I wrote a new message. You can do this very same thing to any text you find. For example, I could go over here and highlight that. I could say highlight this if I wanted. But for purposes of this, I'm going to highlight this, and then I'm going to right click on my mouse and hit copy. Now nothing you see happens at the moment, but this hello, how are you is on an invisible clipboard. Okay, now I'm going to go to my Silhouette Studio software, and I was just playing with this a minute ago, so I'm going to open up a new file. I have it set at 8.5 by 11, which is the size of most of the paper. So now I'm going to right click on my mouse. I'm going to hit the A button, hit the A button, which is text, right click and hit paste. There it is. Okay, now this is probably what has you confused. What I'm going to do is resize it first, get it how I want. Okay, and of course you don't want it printed like that. It would print exactly as you see it with the red lines and the outside. So first thing I'm going to do is go over here to fill and fill it with black. But you'll notice there's a red outline. So I'll go down to the line edit or line style, hit the color code and make that black as well. Okay, so now I'm going to show you several different ways to play with your text. I'm going to hit the copy button, and then I'm going to put several down here. There. Okay, so now, whoops, quite a few. So let's play with this one. First thing, it's definitely going to print. This would print exactly as you see it on the screen. Black, and it would be black filled. So this one here, I'm going to click, double click until I get that little bracket, and then highlight it. And then I'm going to go over to my font panel, which is the A over here. And while that's highlighted, I can change the font. Okay, so this one here, I'll do the same thing too. Double click till I get the little bracket, highlight it, and pick a different font, and double click, get that bracket, not the hand, and highlight it, and pick a different font, and so on. And because, oops, see I went too fast. I wanted to, yes, I'll go over here, and this can print in that font, and so you get the idea. Double click, oops, get that bracket, highlight it, and go over here, pick another font. So there you go. That's exactly what it takes. Now if I hit the print button over here, go to File and Print, find my printer, put in my preferences. I mean, you can have it prefer, of course, depending on your printer. My printer lets me do various things. For example, I can do different. You can make it darker, you can make it quality, etc. I'm not going to go into all of that just yet. So here, you just hit this little print button once you found your printer, and this page would go to your printer and it would look exactly as you see it on your screen. It would be black. One of the things you can do, I'm going to cancel this for the moment because I didn't show you, you can actually change the color of your text. I could make this blue. And now it's got, you got to remember, in the beginning when it was a red text, the outline would be in red. So you have to go down to the line and change that. Let me focus in on this real close. So you can't really tell, but there's a black line around these because that's what I did before. So if I wanted this to be blue in the line, I would just click blue. Let's see if I did that right. Yeah, I think it did. Anyway, let's go real even closer. Yeah, so it's blue without any black outline. And that's exactly how it would print. So you can fill with any color you want. I just did mostly black. Remember to do the line color as well to either complement using the same color or using a different color if you want. You can change the text, the font, you can change the size, and you can pretty much do anything you want. You can add your images to this if you wanted to add, an image to this thing. You could go to your library. Let's see this. Yeah. Okay. So I say I wanted to add a penguin. These are not cut files, by the way. I save a lot of my images, but I think my computer must be updating. This is on another project. It'll open it on another project. So say I wanted to copy this and go back to the one I wanted, and I could hit paste. Okay, so I could put this little penguin on the same sheet, and believe it or not, it would just print exactly as you see it. So you can add anything you want. This is not a cut file. I'm working using Silhouette Studio as a print file. So now